gay parents and equally good parents as heterosexual parents. The court, Arkansas Supreme Court, said the testimony and evidence overwhelmingly show that blanket exclusions like this do not promote the health, safety, and welfare of children, but they can actually harm children because they exclude a pool of effective foster parents, just like Judge Warren was telling us about. The court went further, though. They said it was apparent from the testimony and the evidence, in this case, that a blanket prohibition is contrary to the state's responsibility to have rules that promulgate the health, safety, and welfare of children. That's not surprising given what we know about the experts and the organizations that oppose bans like this. It wasn't decided on a technicality. Our court had 54 findings of fact about the suitability of gay people to be parents. The court said, based on all the evidence, there is no rational reason for such a ban. And of course, in fact, it may be harmful. Now, this statute here is going to be examined under the standards of the Arkansas courts, and we're going to be bound by the findings of those courts. There's not any new evidence out there. If there was, these major organizations wouldn't be here opposing such a ban. It's highly likely that this ban would be struck down for the same reasons that the previous ban was struck down. That is, it does nothing to promote the health, safety, and welfare of children, and in fact, can harm children. Thank you.
My name is Devin Bearden, and I'm a freshman at Central High School, and I'm being raised by a lesbian grandmother. This bill upsets me because my mother has suffered a chronic illness most of my life, and the most stable and loving home that I've ever had and is with my Nana. My Nana makes sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and she oversees my grades. I'm an honor roll student at Central High, taking all AP and pre-AP classes. My Nana gives me boundaries, and because of that, I know that my actions have consequences. While living here with my Nana, all of my needs and some of my wants are always fulfilled. I've lived in both homes, one with a mother and a father, and in my Nana's, and I can honestly say from my experience, the best one was with my Nana. It was the most stable. I think that a home a child goes into should be based on the ability, I think a home that a child goes into should be based on who's best able to care for the child. And it's really hard for me as a Central High student to watch the preparation for the 50th anniversary when my family is still experiencing oppression in the state of Arkansas today.
Thank you very much for being here today. We appreciate hearing what you have to say. I just wondered, what grade are you in high school? And what grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
Freshman. And do you plan on going to college if possible?
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it.
Driving. How did I hurt this child? How have I hurt my own children? I'm currently working with a young man whose mother was murdered in a drive-by shooting when he was 3, and his father is currently incarcerated. He is a good friend of my son, and I'm trying to get him back into school and on the right road. I'm working with Nancy Rousseau at Central High School to make sure that we do this. How am I hurting this child? I'm not. I'm a teacher, and I wonder where this will end, because I have a fear in my gut and my heart that maybe next they'll come after teachers who are out and say that I should not be around children simply because I call myself gay or bisexual. When will it end? Will I have to go around with a pink triangle like the Nazis made suspected gays do during World War II? Will I have to walk through the town square with a bundle on my back called faggots so they can be used as kindling to burn me at the stake? I ask you these things seriously. Where will it end? It should end here today. Thank you very much.
Yes, my name is Shannon Hughes. I'm a licensed master social worker, and I'm also the second mother to the young man that spoke earlier. I just want to take a minute to You know, you've heard a lot of testimony today and a lot of facts and all. I just want to take this opportunity to tell you about my kids. I not only have raised the fine young man that you have seen here today, but I'm also very active in my nieces, my nephews, and my cousins. My family and partner are here today, and friends, all of which have asked myself and my partner Angie to care for their children if anything were to happen to them. That's a great honor. Not because I'm family and friends to them, but because they believe in my parenting skills. Not only with Shay, but also with their children. I love my kids. They love me. They have moved to Hot Springs recently, but they all have cell phones. And if I don't show up pretty soon, they're all on the phone with me, even the 6-year-old. And the 6-year-old gets everybody's attention. And he calls me and he wants to know where I am and when I'm coming, or when he can come to my house. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not because I'm gay. That's because I'm someone he trusts. I am someone he loves and knows that when he comes to my house, it's all about him. And that's what it is. It's all about the kids that need loving homes. And that's all we're asking for, is a chance for DHS to look at us as couples who, yes, are financially secure enough. I provide 100% support for that young man that you saw earlier, Shay Stout. He does not want for anything. He does not need anything that he does not get. I love him with all my heart. I have had him since the very day that he was born. Angie and I have been together for 17 years. That is a stable environment, ladies and gentlemen. Stable environment. 17 years. I wear this ring every day. That's all I have to say. Thank you for hearing me.
My name is Randy Romo, and I'm with the Center for Artistic Revolution. I'm also the grandmother to the young lady that spoke earlier. I myself, 37 years ago, was in foster care. I had a home with a mother and a father. Due to the violence and the abuse in that home, I was placed in foster care. In the foster care home, it was overcrowded, it was dirty, and it was a very painful place to be. I was abused there as well. I ultimately ran away from that home. I sit here today and I ask you to think about all of the children that are in our system that have been abused, abandoned, and neglected. These children are from a majority of heterosexual homes. It seems to me, if the criteria is the sexual orientation of parents, that this bill ought to have a different orientation listed. We cannot place a blanket ban on people to provide homes for children. We must look at each home and the person presenting themselves to parent children on an individual basis. We must look at the merits of the person and the household that they are offering. And then we must enforce it with the rigorous standards that are in place. On the day that this bill was in the Senate, I had spent the weekend in the hospital with my daughter in ICU. And for a time, she was at death's door, and we didn't know if she was going to make it. And my granddaughter and I were struggling with this agonizing possibility of loss. And that at any day in the future, this may be our reality. And that this bill, although Senator Womack has said that it allows for blood relatives, he also stated that it says no homosexuals. I am a lesbian. So which takes precedence if this bill passes? My granddaughter means the world to me. And whether this bill passes or not, I will continue to parent this child without any assistance from the state. I have raised this child on my own, and I will continue to do so. So I beg you to consider these children. If this is really about the welfare of children, then let's be about the welfare of our children. Thank you.